you don't know about yet. They're not on your books, they're not on your lead forms, they haven't booked a test drive. These are people you do not know. 1.2 million searches. The nice thing about your industry is that people don't search your keywords for fun. Generally, there's a high level of intent to purchase when people start looking for your products. The other thing is that this happens over 2,500 keywords. So it's not going to do you any good being that you're just a particular market segment saying that we just want to be able to deal with used cars. You're going to need to have such a broad sense of what you are speaking about in order to capture these people. And if I use Stacey's example of roughly 900 connections over a period of, it was roughly 3 months that she would do that, you're looking at roughly 8,616 customers a month that are sitting online today. I pulled these stats yesterday. This is the zero moment of truth. This is the first point that your customer is thinking about buying. My question is, are you there? Are you at that zero moment of truth? Because if you're not, you're missing out on 8,000 customers. So how do we influence this discovery? How do we find those moments when these people pick up their cell phones and start to run these mobile searches to find these things? In other words, how do we start our future customers on the journey of the zero moment of truth? Deloitte did some fascinating research and found that these are the reasons why people look to buy new cars. The first is that there's new technology available. They need more space in their vehicle. They need a car for a family member or a dependent. They can afford a new car. Something happened, they can afford it. In the States, what's interesting is that just before tax season is closed, that's when you get the highest volume of searches for new cars online. Why? Because everybody's expecting these big tax payouts. Improving fuel efficiency is one of them, but this is a list in order of priority. So we can see how far the eco-ness is dropping. It's there, but it's not the highest thing on people's agenda. And then they're looking for ways to improve the reliability of their existing vehicles. And they want to build a better self-image. I don't want to drive the cheap Kia anymore. I want to drive a big fancy BMW, and I can because I've just been paid something out and I can afford it, now I'm buying. My question is, how could you make the most of these points at the beginning of people's thought process? How can you use that to be able to make a difference in matching that client and finding that client? And at the end of the day, this comes down to content and how we speak to the different things we speak to. And if you build content around this list, you're going to find really big opportunities to be the first one that people see in the zero moment of truth, which means you could be the guide that they walk this journey with, instead of just one of the pieces of content and articles that they read along the way. If I said to you, would you agree with the statement, we do business with people we trust? Do you agree with that? Class participation exercise? We're now having? Yeah? Okay, cool. And so if we agree with that statement, my question is, how do you build trust? Because if it's a case of me building a relationship with you to make the sale, but I'm no longer in a space where that technology is helping, where I can sit in front of you for 60% of that buying process. How do I build trust when I'm not sitting in front of you? This is one of the big questions we need to ask ourselves. And so these guys called the Trusted Advisor Group do a lot of work in the leadership space, and they designed this calculation. It's credibility plus reliability plus intimacy divided by your level of self-orientation equals trust. So very quickly, I'm going to do this with you. Give me a brand that you guys trust. Any brand.
Toyota.
On a scale of 1 to 10, yeah, I don't need that anymore, sorry. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how credible would we say Toyota is? 1 to 10. Any score? 8. Okay. Anyone better than an 8? Got an 8? Got an 8. How reliable is the vehicle?
10.
10. Now we're sitting at 18. How intimate do you feel to the brand? How close do you feel to the brand? 2? 5? Got a 5? Anyone higher? Got a 5. So we had 8 plus 10 plus 5, that's 23. How self-orientated do you feel this brand is? In other words, how much do you feel this brand is out for their own gain rather than your gain? On a scale of 1 to 10. 2.
Yeah.
Did we get a 2 here? Did I hear that right? No?
Yeah, 2.
2. Anyone else? 23 divided by 2 is maths I can't do. I'm going to round it down. 24, so you get a trust score of 12. Now I'm going to flip it on its head. Let's talk about ESCOM. Credibility. 0. Reliability. So I'm going to, sorry? A minus something. I'm going to test you on this one. From a reliability point of